Good Sunday evening, everybody. First and foremost, I just want to say it is a pleasure. This is the first episode of the Real Good Doties podcast. And I got my two favorite people with me.
It's your boy Chico Grande, aka Chico, 2 times the host of Tales from the Crib. And I always got my co-host with me. This guy.
It's your boy, Jesse J. You know, the church boy of the group, the loved one, the one that always tries to spread out positivity. Because, you know, with these two negative people over here, you're going to need some positivity.
Word on the streets is you're spreading more than positivity. And they're going to need a doctor visit after that one.
And it's your host, Real Good Doty. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow me on IG, realgood_Doty, for daily motivation and fitness as well. But today, you know, it's going to be a fun episode. And, you know, it's going to give us an opportunity to hear my two guests' upbringing and things that they've been through in life. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been through as well.
You know, I think we're going to call this episode 0. Because this is when you're just getting to know Seth.
Right.
Maybe we'll interview just a little bit so they can get to know you if they're new to your channel. Because you typically do, like short style videos?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of shorts on my YouTube channel. You know, just little minute long clips. Been getting quite a bit views, but pretty much I just talk about relationships or daily motivation, as well to help young men succeed in life.
Yeah, he been doing it for a little while now. I know. I see a couple of his shorts got a couple K views on it. You know, yeah. I'm proud of my man.
I heard they're calling him the streets Dr. Phil.
What?
Nah,
it's Dr. Phil of the streets.
Nah, it's just all about like experiences in life, and it's just like whatever you go through in life, like it motivates you, especially like if it's something that's negative. You can use that as motivation to help you become a better you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and if you want to get to know Seth a little bit better, we do Tales from the Crib podcast. We did a bunch of NFL videos, so check those out if you love NFL coverage. And then we did some videos over on Crib reactions, some reaction videos. One of the videos Seth did with us got like 60K. Yeah. So go check that out. That was blowing up. We really enjoyed that.
But I gotta say, on one of the reaction videos I did when I talked about Beyonce. Now,
they clapped back at him.
They did.
They said, "Welcome to the internet."
I did not need
to show him.
Okay, it was dumb of me to say. It was my ego at the time. Pretty much what I said. Long story short was, in the music video, Beyonce was wearing a dress, and a couple years ago, Kim K also posed a picture of her.
He's
giving the long version.
This is not
so pretty much, long story short, I said that
he said
Beyonce got her inspiration from Kim K, and it was a dumb thing to say.
And the community slandered him.
Please do not.
They barbecued me. They roasted me.
Please do not click off the channel. Please. Yes. We did slap him up. We had to show him, like, you definitely never compare Queen B to Kim K. You already know Queen B is better. She will always be better.
Exactly. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with this episode.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, we do podcasts, we do sports, but we got to get to know you, Seth. This is your episode 0.
Oh, so I want to get to know me.
Let's get some questions about Seth. You hear me in commercials. Sorry, guys. We're trying to have vibes, but instead they wanted you to have tacos. But let's get to know you a little bit, Seth. Okay. What made you want to start your initial channel where you're making these short motivational videos?
So what made me start my channel is that I've always been someone who like to spread wisdom. I've always had that in me, and I just didn't realize it though. Like I would start, but I would stop, and I wasn't consistent. And I don't know. I just love inspirational stuff. I love motivating people. You know, especially like when people go through certain things in their life, because I've been through.
You like the motivational talk?
Yeah, because I've been through so much in my life too as well. I mean, of course, we have our own stories. I'm not trying to compare my problems to other people's problems, but you know, I've been through a lot in life, and pretty much I've learned from my experiences. And you know, when I see other individuals going through certain things, you know, I like to pretty much if they're close to me, see what I can do to help them. Now, there are some people that pretty much
burn bridges that should be burned.
I mean, you try to help them and they don't want to be helped, and that's fine. You just pretty much have to give them space and be there for them in a distance. And that's fine.
The audience wants to know, how old is real good _Doty?
Or do you want to know how old I am?
How old you are? I heard you're like Matumbo, where they don't have the birth certificate.
Okay, so I'm 31 years old. I live in San Antonio, Texas, of course.
Ooh, Satan.
I have a 5-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Beautiful. But pretty much, let me tell you my upbringing. So, I was born in Dallas, and then I was raised here. My mom's a single mother, so my upbringing was rough because my mom was always working, always busy. A lot of my childhood, she was still there for me. She's a great mother, still to this day, great grandmother too. But she had to sacrifice, missing a lot of my games because she had to work.
Hey, Seth, you got any older siblings?
Yes, I do. So I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Yes, I do have older siblings. But back to what I was saying. So my mom would have to, work overnight at the hospital. She used to work at university.
Yeah.
So what would happen was sometimes she'd come to my games in the mornings, and then right after my game, she'd have to leave, and I'd have to end up going over to a teammate's house to spend the night. There were some holidays where I had to spend it with my friends' families because my mom was always working. So it was definitely tough because I missed my mom. I missed spending every day with her because I didn't spend as much time as most kids did with both their parents because it was just me and my mom. But at the end of the day, I understood what she had to do to give me the life I wanted.
To get the job done?
Yes. So it definitely motivated me. And anyways, I went to Helotes Elementary. And Helotes Elementary, it was
the kids used to take your lunch money?
No, it was not a kind school.
You got
what?
They used to beat you up?
For real?
Dude, I experienced a lot of racism there. This was back in the early 90s, like mid 90s, like kind of like late 90s, mid late 90s, like 96. I went there, got into some fights. My mom took me out. And I went to alternative school.
You was a bad kid?
Yeah. Alternative school. I went to school with a lot of inner city kids.
Yeah.
And
did they pick on you?
You went with the.
So the thing about it
I don't think
was,
they have a chance in the alternative.
The thing about it was,
pick on people?
No, I think they keep them separate, right?
I don't know. I've never been to alternative school. I was good kids.
He's gonna tell us.
So check this out. So I was a suburban kid, and I was going to school with a bunch of like inner city kids, like kids.
So like this guy.
No, but I was going to school with kids that like some of their parents were like gang members.
Yeah.
Siblings were gang members. Like some of these kids was really about that life. So me being from the suburbs, I had to toughen up.
He was like Lil Mabu.
I had to you could say that, but I had to toughen up. You know what I'm saying? And I had a father figure in my life called Uncle David. So he would do work around our house. My mom would, pay him for his services because he was pretty poor. He had like 10 kids.
Oh dang!
So I would stay a lot of time at their house, the Galvan's house, after school. And they ended up putting their address. My mom ended up putting their address on the place like for me to like go home. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom would always work, so my mom would pick me up from their house after work. But I remember this was second grade, and this dude named Sam, he was a Hispanic dude, like a young cholo. And we were getting breakfast. It was Wednesday morning. This was 1999. I remember it like it was yesterday. And we would go to this, the high school alternative called Home Green, to do this like typing exercise, like this, like in the morning we do this like learning exercise.
So did you go to alternative for like 1 year or multiple years?
So I went to alternative for about 2 years.
Dang. You got 2-year bid.
Yeah, first through third.
He's
So
a bad kid.
First through third, that young?
yeah.
God dang, man, you must have been a silver tooth kid.
Well, no, my mom took me out too because I was getting bullied and the teachers weren't doing anything about it.
Ah.
So, anyways,
So you got baptism by fire? So you're like, these kids won't stop messing with you.
right.
So instead of punishing the bad kids, we're gonna send you to the bad school.
Right.
Because Seth was really the bad kid.
No, I mean, I was a kid that
Give narrated pepper and Bruce.
I would.
Swirlies.
What people fail to realize is, I would go to the teachers, but nothing would ever happen.
So he was a snitch.
Whoa,
But what I'm
whoa.
saying is like, I would always try to be cool.
With
And
the
if
teachers?
no, I'm talking about with everybody.
Yeah.
And I keep getting picked on.
Were you a teacher's pet?
No.
Were you, how was your
No, he
relationship
said it was racism.
There was a
with
lot
the
of
kids?
racism.
Not the student, the teachers? Or was
It
it
was
both?
still
Some of the
racism.
teachers, yeah.
Golly. How many black kids was at the school?
Dude, there was maybe like 3.
That's why.
He went
Explains
to
it.
school in the
Helotes.
country, dude.
Helotes, dude. That was before like.
What's the know? How far is that
kids
from here?
Taft integrated in that area.
Is that
Like
over here?
back in the 90s. Helotes
Helotes
is
is over here?
25 minutes from here.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
Helotes is
Like 20, 30 minutes? Like
Yeah.
San Marcos?
it's over on the by like La Cantera,
Yeah.
but more to like going towards SeaWorld,
Yeah. I don't know.
like kind of towards.
No, it's
Not
it's
out
by
that
Shanefield.
far,
It's by
but you're heading
by
that way.
Shanefield. It's by
Okay.
Shanefield. But anyways, long story short, back to what I was saying. So we would get our breakfast in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and then we had to single file line. And what ended up happening was, I guess I had bumped into this dude, and he was just all like, "Hey, bro, watch where you're going, man." And I was like, "Oh, damn, sorry." And then this fool says, "Okay," and I'm looking down, and this fool just hits me clean, pops me in the nose, and I didn't see it. So I drop my pizza, and I'm about ready to swing on him back, but then the teacher comes and
Grabs you?
separates us. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried because it hurt. And that's the only time I've ever cried after I gotten hit. One time.
That's when Seth became a man.
It looked like Jake Paul out there.
So I had this, there's this teacher named Mr. Gilbert.
Uh-huh.
He was like one of the maintenance type people. And he had said, "You deserve to get punched in the face."
Who, you?
Yeah, and then my Uncle David, I went home that day, like after school, when I got off the bus, I went up the driveway. Cause like my nose was like, as dark as I am, my nose was like,
Messed up?
yeah, I almost broke it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dog. It was bad. He got me good. And I told my Uncle Dave what happened. And then I remember the next day, my Uncle Dave took me to school, but I told my Uncle Dave what happened. He's all like, "No one deserves to get punched in the effing face. How would I punch him in the effing face?"
What?
And yeah, because I told my Uncle David that like on the way to drop me off to basketball practice.
Uh-huh.
And my Uncle David took me to school the next day, and he was like, "Hey, wait right here." And he's like, "Hey, who's that? Who's the teacher that told you?" And he's like, "Oh, I was pointed out the teacher right here."
Uh-huh.
So he says, "Wait right here." So he gets out. He had this old Volkswagen, right? Like not a slug bug, but like an old Volkswagen, like with literally like the drop top, like where you could like kind of crank it up, and then the roof would like, you know what I'm saying, would come down. So he pops out and he confronts the teacher. Yeah, he confronts him and
What?
yeah.
Did he punch him?
Nah, he just got in his face and told him what's up.
Should have punched him.
And then he's like, "Hey, you can get out now." And I got out and went about my business.
You blicked him down.
Yeah.
So wait, this is the school that you
This is
got kicked out
alternative
of?
school. This was alternative.
So you almost got kicked out of alternative school too? So wait, hold
No,
on.
no, no,
Wait,
you
time
would've-
out,
you would've
time
been
out,
sent
time
to
out.
homeschool.
You was at one school, you was getting bullied. Then they tell you to alternative school. Then you got punched in the face in alternative school?
Yes. A year later, yes, I did. This was my second grade
What
year.
was wrong with you?
I don't know. It just happened for a reason. I just
You probably had that face.
yeah. But anyways, long story. long story short.
You got that punch me face.
Turn the music down, Gavin. It's a little bit.
I was jamming.
I know you are. But anyways, so this wasn't until we went on a field trip, right? And we went to UTSA
Uh-huh.
for a field trip.
The alternative school, wait, alternative schools get field
we would
trips?
do a field trip.
Why y'all bad? Yeah,
That's just what it was. It was the 90s.
Bad kids only get field trips.
So, anyways, we went on a field trip, and I remember we were playing basketball, right? Like we would do like this scrimmage, like like pretty much our whole school went. So like we would do like 4-on-4. We do like a last I don't know, like it was real weird. We do like 2 minutes, and we all go out and play. And I remember like I hit like a half court shot, bro, and everyone was going. Everyone was going crazy. Everyone was going crazy. Even my teacher just gave me like a high five, like. You know
Is that the one to say you deserve to get punched in the face?
Nah.
I gotta be. What the hell is the person?
No.
One moment he's saying I get punched in the face, the next moment he's giving you a high five.
That wasn't the teacher, fool. Miss Hastings was the one that gave me a high five. Yeah. That dude's a clown. Anyways, long story short, I end up catching that. Long story short, that dude Sam, we were pretty much in a separate hallway while everyone else was there. And I was all like, hey, bro, like, why'd you hit me? Oh, you made me mad. So I was like, all right. So then I just like, boom, got him back, just cleanly socked him. And I was like, all right, we're even.
Where did you hit him at?
I just hit him in the face, straight up. And,
did he fall?
Yeah, he fell.
Did he cry?
He was just like,
So you still lost?
What? No.
He didn't hit me back after I hit him, though.
But who went home crying?
I cried when I got hit.
Exactly.
But I dropped him, though. He didn't
drop
drop
him back. He got his hit
and
back.
he hit me because I was looking on the floor.
Yeah.
That's true. That's sucker punch.
I hit him straight up in the face.
Hey, comment below. I'm sorry.
Anyways, long story short, so
comment
that
below.
was one. That was
sucker
one,
punch
that was one instant.
Wait, you got sucker punch more than one time?
That was one. Yeah.
At a certain point, it's got to be you. Why you get sucker punched so much?
I had a big mouth. I still got a big mouth, but not as bad. So
I've gotten in a lot of fights, and I still haven't got punched in the face that many times.
I've only gotten punched in the face like 3 times.
That's 3 more than me.
You've never gotten how many times?
I get hit in the body, in the chest. I had the body, the chest, the arms. You cover your face up.
Bro, I was in 2nd grade.
Bob and
You
Weed.
into little tights,
Oh my
man.
gosh, bro. So anyways, the next fight was this big dude named Gabriel. Huge. And we were on a field trip. We were at the Gus Stadium, right over here. And there's a special kid named Josh.
Okay.
And Gabriel was picking on him. And I told Gabriel, I said, can I say the word I want to say, or is it gonna get banned?
Whoa,
calm down.
The R word.
No,
Okay.
whoa.
Okay. So anyways, I was just like, why are you picking on him, dude? You're the real R word.
Yeah.
And everyone started laughing. And that dude, Gabriel, just pushed me. And pushed me again. Teachers came, separated us, calmed him down. He came back and just hit me like maybe 5-6 times. And I just ate those punches. And then I looked at him, I was like, is that all you got?
He was like almighty suspect versus Kelby.
For real, his punches felt like pillows, bro. Like literally did not. I was just like, what?
Okay.
That's all you got? And ended up getting my revenge on him again.
What'd you do?
Caught him in the restroom, yeah.
Oh, you beat people with their pants down?
Nah.
You caught him at the urinal.
Nah, he caught him in the toilet. He went in the stall with them.
Nah, I just caught him and I boxed him.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
You never caught a fight in the bathroom?
You haven't learned your lesson. You're in alternative school. You still fighting?
Yeah. But because what would happen was you could never get expelled out of that school. Like the only way you could get out is if they let you out or your parents take you out.
Crazy.
That's really how it is. Like you can, I guess the only way like you would get out if
it's
you
in the
got a
box.
weapon to school.
Did you go to any alternative middle school?
No.
With a regular middle school?
So anyways, I got out of the school 3rd grade, towards the end of 3rd grade, and yeah, dude, I could barely read. Going out of that school.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't.
You were fighting all the time.
It wasn't even that. It's just the teaching was terrible.
Yeah, they just give you packets.
I had to go to remedial classes to do that. Caught up and everything. And then went to Stinson Middle School.
Is that in Helotes?
No, it's off Hausman. So I went to Stinson Middle School. And
please God, don't get beat up in Stinson Middle School.
Nah, I didn't get beat up. I was
He was being
I was overweight, and I got teased a lot. Kids made fun of me.
I take
I
that.
had buck teeth. I was fat. I played football.
Okay.
Ran track, and I had no game. I had no confidence with girls. Like, there's like maybe like 2 girls that liked me. One of them I dated, and then ended up leaving me for this one dude. She broke up with me on Valentine's Day.
For even fatter dude.
Yeah, for this one dude.
Fat Joe. She left you for Fat Joe.
No, but it was crazy because
He would have been way too old.
no, but it was crazy though. Her name was Brianna Garza. I'm sorry, I'm name dropping.
You just calling
no.
her out.
Ruin her life like what she got going on? She
I don't even know.
could be married right now.
She probably is.
She probably still doing the same thing, breaking in people's heart on Valentine's Day.
No, man, but it was crazy because you want to know how we met?
Wait, tell me. So you went in this new middle school now. How
I was
many?
6th grade.
How many black people are at this middle school?
It was a good amount.
Finally, you see more people like you.
Yes.
So you're not getting picked up as much.
So alternative, there was a good amount of black people too, but it wasn't like a lotus. It doesn't. You're putting.
Wait, hold on. Tell me. Wait. Did you have friends?
I had a couple friends.
They weren't there. So when you got punched in the face, were they there to back you up?
No.
What kind of friends are those?
Right. So, anyways, that was my first, real girlfriend, 6th grade. And, we broke up Valentine's. And then 7th grade, there's a girl I liked, but she didn't really. She liked me, but I was too scared to talk to her.
Did she break your heart?
No, she didn't. I remember my homeboy, Tony Mendoza. Shout out to Tony Mendoza.
He's name dropping everywhere.
You know, Tori.
He doesn't care. He's my boy. But anyways, I remember he there was this girl. All I'm gonna say is her name was Lauren, and I would always see them together, and I was like, "Yo, Tony, like this girl's super cute, dog." Like
7th grade.
Yeah, I was like, "Bro, like you gotta put me down." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna see what's up." And he told me, he's like, "Hey, bro, she thinks you're cute," and I'm just like, "No," like, cause I'm just this fat dude, like buck teeth. Like stomach sticking out.
Did you have glasses?
No, I had no confidence. You know what I mean? And it was weird because like we had the same lunch, right? And like I remember one day.
Did you have a shoe game back then?
My shoe game didn't come through until the end of my 7th grade.
Okay.
Carried through 8th grade. But I remember it was one day, we were walking in the hall and she was laughing with her friends, and then she saw me and I saw her, and she just like stopped laughing, and we just like
Eye contact.
And then I was just like, damn, I should have shot my shot. I did.
You should have shot
I
it.
airballed it.
Then the 8th grade.
And then the 8th grade, that's when I had another girlfriend. Had another girlfriend.
Second girlfriend.
But 8th grade was tough because I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
Wait, could you read yet?
Yeah, I could read. Yes, I read. Yes.
He could read.
So anyways, 8th grade. This is funny, and still to this day, like it's funny, but people don't know the concept of it.
Okay.
So this was like towards Christmas, the 8th grade, right? And we're at lunch, and I got. Remember those Clucks Deluxe sandwiches? They're like. It's like the poor man's Chick-fil-A.
Clucks Deluxe.
Yeah, so that's what it was, just like a little bootleg Chick-fil-A. So they had Clucks. I got a Clucks Deluxe sandwich, and then I got an egg roll.
Okay.
So I went to the line to go grab some napkins and some ketchup. Come back, my egg roll's gone. I'm just like, who the hell took my egg roll? I got mad, and then I was just like, you know what? F this. Y'all can have my sandwich. And then people made fun of me, I'll take it. Like they're like, "Who took my egg roll?" And then I remember,
We're gonna title this episode 1. Who took my egg roll?
I went to Mr. Weaver's class, right? He ran BMC, Behavior Management Center. He was like one of the coaches, and he was a father figure for me. He was a great guy, great dude. I reached out to him a couple years ago and kind of blew me off. I was kind of.
You graduated.
He's only replying. You took my egg roll.
No. Because on my 21st birthday, I stopped by to vote.
Uh-huh.
It was during Obama's last term,
Okay.
and I chopped it up with him.
Okay.
So yeah, it was all good.
You think he remembered you?
Yeah, he remembered me. We chopped it up. It was cool. Anyways,
Faked it.
BMC for life.
anyways, I think he had beef with me because I think one of his nieces tried to match with me on a dating website, and I declined it.
And so she told him?
I don't know, maybe. But anyways, I'm getting off task. I went there for a couple periods, and then last period we had athletics.
Okay.
So as I walk in the locker room, I hear everyone chanting, "Hey, girl!" And I'm just like, "You mother!" Like, you guys, bro.
Egg roll bandit.
And bro, people were just straight roasting me.
Wait,
bro.
did you ever find out who took the egg roll?
I think it was my
The girlfriend?
No, my friend Will. R.I.P. He's no longer with us.
R.I.P. Will.
Yeah, that's a very tragic story. What
You turned double. What?
What he ended up, it's
Oh,
not good what
okay.
he ended up doing.
Okay, I thought something else happened.
We
We can
we'll
leave
get
it
into
out.
that later.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Anyways, long story short, I got crap for it all year.
Oh, yeah.
But bottom
Hey,
line, but check this out. Bottom line, what people don't understand about that is this the principle of
I'm gonna start
taking
texting.
someone else's food.
Yeah.
I know back then looking at it, it's like, okay, it's just an egg roll.
No,
But-
it's egg roll.
But nowadays, if you go to a restaurant or you go out to eat with your friends and they take your food, you're going to expect them to buy you some
car.
more food or give you some of their food.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because imagining like if we were locked up in jail.
No, I know what you
And
mean.
you were
It's
to
like
take
at school lunch, you can't allow that because then people
Yeah.
will try to do that stuff to you all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like back then, people clown me for
Uh-huh.
it.
Because you got so
but
mad.
nowadays, looking back at it, and they're like, well, damn, I really can't be mad at Seth for that. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, he paid for that. That's his food. And
You,
it's
you-
like,
you
and,
know
and,
what
and,
would have
and
made
it's like, and
no
it's
one
like,
say anything
bro,
if you would have just choked out the closest person.
I mean, yeah, true. But and
I
the,
would've
thing,
did that.
and the thing about it was, I mean, it was our parents' money back then, you know. But still, it was the principle of, you're supposed to be my friend.
Uh-huh.
Why are you taking my food?
Okay.
So like, people didn't look at it like that back then. But
Yeah.
now, like looking back at it, they realize like, okay, like I don't understand why Seth did what he did.
Seth
Anyways,
brought the fire.
go to my freshman year of high school. Going into my freshman year of high school, that's when I started to get all
Experiment.
into the three things: girls,
Guys.
It is Helotus.
marijuana, weed,
Whoa.
girls, weed,
Not the devil lettuce.
girls, weed, and shoes. And
Wait,
then
wait.
also a fourth thing is also I was into that gang life. So I remember
He was in a gang?
Self-snitching at all time high.
I started repping.
Rep?
Yeah, I started repping.
What is
And I remember I went to Boy Scout camp.
No, this.
wait, wait,
No,
no,
I'm gonna tell you.
Wait,
This is my story.
Wait,
Listen. No, listen. So I went to Boy Scout camp. And before I went, my boy
This
John,
is where
my
he.
boy John
This is where he
Viverman.
started repping.
Oh, listen, my boy John Viverman, right? It's my boy. I talked to him the other night. And this was back when MySpace was popping, right?
Yeah.
MySpace was popping. So he ended up taking like pictures of me, you know, with the bandana on, throwing up gang signs.
Uh-huh.
You're like, bro.
And I didn't think he was gonna upload it, right?
Uh-huh.
Because when we went to Boy Scout camp, we had no technology. Like we weren't allowed to have phones or any type of like electronics.
Yeah.
So you just have to be.
So they couldn't have
present, be
anyone
there.
tell.
Uh-huh.
Bro, it wasn't until I got back and I logged into my MySpace, dude. I had like literally almost 100 messages.
From who?
Like people just like commenting like on my photo. Oh, you banging now? You banging now? This and that. And then my friend Gus photoshopped a picture of me with an egg roll in my mouth.
While you're
man.
banging? While
No,
you're banging
just another photo that I
banging with
posted.
the egg roll.
He posted it like I was smoking a cigar. And I was like, all right, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? And that was hilarious.
Wait,
bro.
tell me. What happened to the 8th grade girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
She dropped him once they started calling him egg roll.
So, all right, I gotta go back to that. So, 8th grade girlfriend, I met her at a church retreat.
Uh-huh.
And I remember what had happened was it was Friday night, and that's the first night where everyone from other churches, you know, they go to service and they mingle.
Uh-huh.
It's called Disciple Now. It's like a little weekend thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see this chick with this other girl, and I'm just like, wow, who is this girl? Like, this girl was bad. Like, this was like in 06.
Did she live in the same city as you?
Yeah. Bro, like ponytail, like apple bottom jeans, bro.
Boots
like
and
Abercrombie jacket. Straight fire.
Looking like Ice Spice.
And I was a big dude at the time. So she ended up coming to me.
Okay.
Cause like I was just sitting by myself, dog, just sitting back. And I had my Sean John shirt on.
She comes up and pulls the egg roll out of her
I had
pocket.
my LeBrons on. Remember the LeBrons? The LeBron, the blue color ones. The second colorway LeBron.
12s?
No, this was LeBron 2s.
Oh, way back.
Or LeBron 3s, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, chilling. She came my way, started talking to me, had a little shorty with her too. Black girl with her. But I wasn't really worried about her. I was worried about the girl, like, light skinned girl. Like, she was white girl. Cause I was like when I was really into like white girls back then. And
Getting them slopes.
Pretty much we ended up chopping it up. And it wasn't until the last day, I told my homegirl, like, yo, like, I like this girl, yo, this and that. And I was too afraid to tell her. So my homegirl goes up to her and tells her, and I just see her shaking her head, right? And I'm just like, oh, man, I'm devastated. So then she ends up coming back to me and telling me, like, yo, like, I like you. Like, she told me,
hey,
like, I like you. And I'm just like, where? She's like, yeah.
Word.
And I'm just like, all right, let me get your number. She's like, all right, I'll give it to you after. So it wasn't until like, we all get done with the service, right? And we end up leaving, like all the churches leaving. And I end up waiting for her in this one area, right? This little, like the restroom area. Cause like, like how there's a little lobby in the restroom. So I end up waiting for her. And she gives me her number, and it was my first kiss, and we kissed. Like, it was just like, you know what I'm saying?
The sparks flew.
So but y'all weren't going to the same school or anything?
No. She went to Loon, I went to Stinson.
How far is that from you?
Maybe about 45 minutes or
so. That's basically like forever.
I mean, yeah, bro.
Age.
But anyways, so
how'd she break your heart? Who broke up with who?
It was mutual. But check this out. Nah, because the thing about it was, we never got to hang out because her dad was racist. Like she told me.
Makes sense, of course.
I was in sports. She's doing her thing, and it wasn't until like the end of 8th grade year, going into 9th, I told her like, yo, like, I don't think this is gonna work. She's like, yeah, I don't think so either. And it was a mutual breakup. Like it was. Because
y'all were just not going to the same place.
It's long distance.
Yeah, but we were talking like almost every day, and then we just like stopped.
Yeah.
And I was so locked in, like, you know what I'm saying, sports. But I didn't really take it personal. I was like, all right, cool, like, it is what it is. Like,
okay, in 10th grade.
Bro, we're talking about 8th grade now.
I know.
Go back to 9th grade.
I thought you talked about 9th grade already.
No, I was talking about it, and then you told me to tell you about the girlfriend. The girlfriend happened in 8th grade.
Okay, what happened in 9th grade?
Okay, so 9th grade, I go in, and I told you about going in the summer of 9th grade. I was all into that gang stuff.
Yeah.
And
the Boy Scout photo?
I was trying to
I was in Boy Scouts.
It was embarrassing.
Bro, this is my podcast.
That's embarrassing.
This is all real talk.
Matter of fact, I should be interviewing y'all.
Nah, keep going, Boy Scout.
This is episode 0, the Seth interviewing. We're interviewing Seth.
Next time we're gonna interview
the
y'all.
egg roll.
Okay?
Yeah. The egg roll edition.
All right. So anyways, long story short,
so when you started banging in Boy Scouts, what flag were you banging?
So I was repping blue. Okay, I thought I was a Crip, and I remember going to football practice, and we did the kind of like the afternoon practices, and
wait, when did you start seeing Crips?
Because going into finishing my 8th grade, I would hang out with Crips, but then I ended up changing, repping red. I started hanging out with a bunch of people. I was a flip-flopper.
He flipped.
I did.
He flipped his set.
I take it. Hey, I
For
thought I
both?
was. I thought I was. But anyway, I thought I was against. I thought I was hard. But check
You're
this out.
vicarious.
So from Boy Scouts to Crips
I finished
to
Boy Scouts, motherfucker.
He's the Eagle.
So, anyways,
He was the Eagle Crip, and then he turned to Eagle Blood.
Y'all never gonna let me finish the story.
The story's amazing.
all right, come on. All right, use blood. Okay.
So, anyways, it wasn't until kind of like the first month of school I started hanging out with a lot of my friends.
Time out. So before 9th grade started, you was already a Crip in the blood.
I was repping blue going into my 9th grade year this summer. Now, when school started, I started hanging out with a lot of my friends who repped red. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch it up. And that's a
Hold on, time out. So at home, you're around people that were playing blue.
Well, because going into like in 8th grade, this dude named Roland that went to my it was in my math class. He transferred to my school with 2 months left of school. Actually, no. He was there all of 8th grade, but he didn't end up going into my math class until like the last 3 months. So me and him started kicking it, started vibing, and yeah. He was a Sardinio. Yeah.
A sardine?
Sardinio.
What's that?
That's serious.
Yeah.
Is that for
He's
real?
from,
What's that?
Laredo.
What's that?
If you gotta ask about it, you ain't never.
It's just a
gonna
game.
know.
It's a
Yeah.
game.
Okay, keep going.
It's for real. And he was about that life. So anyways,
So he turned you out to get to blue.
yeah. And with that being said, once school started hanging out with a bunch of kids that repped red. But it was crazy because a lot of the kids that repped red at first were cool with some kids that repped blue.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until people who are upperclassmen, pretty much
Start
set
making
the
people
tone.
pick sides.
Yeah. And there's this dude I ended up getting in a fight with. Me and him are cool now. He's a cool dude. We message each other from time to time. He looks like Ben Simmons. He's cool though, man. But I remember we had geography together, and we were cool at the beginning of the year, but it wasn't until like I really started repping red hard. He started messing with me.
When you say repping red?
Repping red,
hard,
like repping the color red, like chilling.
Like, are you wearing like now you went
Yes,
from
I was wearing like
red chucks, red shirt, red
white
pants.
Air Force Ones with the red tee
Every day.
every day.
What was your mom saying about this?
My mom was just like, "Why are you getting all this red?" Yeah. So, anyways, we were
God.
pretty much what happened was I ended up it was like towards my birthday, my 15th birthday.
Wait. When you started repping,
You gotta interrupt.
I'm sorry, but did you get?
Did you get initiated?
No, I never got jumped in. So let me finish this.
Did
story.
you get jumped in the
Alright.
Did you jump in Boy Scouts?
No, fool, they don't do that in Boy
Oh my
Scouts.
God.
Well, I mean, you haven't got punched in your face since the 5th grade. We trying to make sure you learn how to bob and weave, Seth. Did you learn how to bob and
Teach your
weave by the
man
night?
how to squabble.
Oh my God. So anyways, long story short, I ended up this was like in October, and like Halloween, and I was late to practice,
Okay.
and coach was all like, hurry up guys, you're gonna do up downs. And I was the last person to come on. Everyone was like, Dodie, come on, hurry up. And I told everyone, I was like, guys, shut the fuck up. And then coach was like, Dodie. It's like, I was the one that told you to shut the F up. I want you to give me up downs. I'm like, I'm not doing no effing up downs. Well, you have to do them. I was like, all right, well then I effing quit then. So I took my helmet off, threw it.
In the air? Chucked
Yeah,
in the air?
I
Like
just
Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah, I threw it. And then and then I just yelled, bitch ass pussy.
Lies. That's not what you said.
I swear,
You
on
said
God.
more than
I
that.
swear I said that.
You started swearing.
I swear I said
Calling
that.
everybody hunkies.
I swear I said that. And then literally like I walk in the locker room and I just like roll my shoulder pads off. Just start punching like the walls and stuff. I'm shocked I didn't
Punching holes in the wall.
I'm shocked I didn't break my hand.
Dang.
And pretty much I just walked the I pretty much just like walk around because what transpired that day was the day before I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And the nurse was supposed to tell the coach that, hey, like, Seth has an excuse. Because when he called me up, I forgot to mention that when talking to me, he said, hey, I know you skipped and I'm going to write you up for truancy. And I'm just like, this motherfucker going to write me up for truancy for not going to football practice? Like,
talking about practice?
You know what I'm saying? And I told him I didn't feel good. And then I was just like, man, that's bullshit. And he's like, well, you're going to do something. I said, no, fuck that. I quit and I took my helmet off. Because it was the fact that, like, the nurse did go to him. She said she did. But the coach lied about it and said she didn't. When she, when I went to her later and proved that she did.
Okay.
But anyways, when my mom picked me up, I told her what happened. And no, actually, I ended up riding the bus home that day. And then my mom was wondering, like, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm at home. Why are you at home? Because this and that. And she said, you either going back to football or you're going to military school. So I'm just like, fuck. So I had to go find the teacher, the coach.
I want you to go to military school so bad.
He coached his health. And then when I was walking up to him, he's like, you're not going to hit me, are you? I was a humor, and I told him, hey, my bad, this and that. And I had to end up doing a hell of a lot of running.
I bet.
For the next 2 days. And I didn't get to play. And I didn't get to play one game.
Just shutdowns.
For the rest of the season?
I had to run for the whole week, and I was suspended one game.
Oh, okay, one game.
Okay.
One game ain't bad.
And then 10th grade came.
So then I quit football towards the end of my freshman year. And
again?
No, motherfucker, that's the first time.
No, but you said you went back.
He quit again.
No,
that was
I
freshman
didn't say
year.
That.
Wasn't that freshman year football you just talked about?
Yeah, we're going towards. So I quit towards the end of my freshman year. Okay, and then
you finished out the season.
Yes.
Okay.
So I quit towards the end of freshman year, and then I started to get into weightlifting. I got a Gold's Gym membership.
You was in 7th grade? In 10th grade?
9th grade. I got a Gold's Gym membership because I was 230 pounds. And I told my mom I quit. She was upset, but I told her, like, I'm done. Like, I didn't like how it was. And looking back at it, I do regret it. But then again, at the end of the day, I'm thankful because I got in shape. Okay. So I went from 230 to 200 at the end of my freshman year.
Nice.
And my boy Matt, Mackenzie RIP, was like, you're looking really slim, Seth. Like, and I was like, I appreciate that. And I had a personal trainer for a little bit, and then I ended up starting to do it on my own journey. So
were you still banging red?
No, I was not.
Wait, so when you stop? So you just stopped banging?
So pretty much when I stopped banging was because they had kicked my homies out
of the crew.
Yeah, and then my homies were like, dude, like they don't got your back. Like pretty much like it made me think. He didn't say that to me, but it's like them just kicking them out.
But why they get kicked out?
Because one of the guys got beat up. He lost a fight. And he got salty. This dude named Eric. He's a clown. But anyways, it just proved to me that this stuff was stupid.
It is.
Yeah.
So everyone just pretty much quit. And long story short,
quit?
Dude, we weren't real. They weren't real bloods, bro.
I know. It was
you got to get jumped out of that, and it's a process. Yeah. Anyways, long story short, so into my freshman year, and that whole summer, my mom dropped me off at Gold's Gym in the morning, pick me up, or I'd catch a ride, and I would just run. I'd do cardio, either on the elliptical, or I'd hoop. I'd go running around the neighborhood. I would just do as much cardio, and I'd eat 3 meals a day. I'd eat Raisin Bran for breakfast, Subway for lunch. I'd walk to Subway, or I would
It's a Nigeria Subway diet for real.
I would eat Lean Cuisine.
Oh my God, I hated Lean Cuisine.
And that's how I lost a lot of my weight.
Off Lean Cuisine and Subway?
Yeah, but it was crazy because back then everyone was trying to bulk. Like all the kids, like my age, were like, they didn't care about calories. They were just trying to get big because they're athletes.
Yeah.
So when we did like, you know how you go to get your schedules and all that?
Yeah.
Everyone saw me like, oh, fuck. Did you see Seth? Dude, he's skinny now. No way. Yeah. and everyone just saw me and they looked at me like they saw a ghost. And all the girls
They're like, "Oh, man, egg roll growed up."
all the girls that wouldn't give me the time of day looked at me like this.
We gotta do it towards the camera. Do it towards the camera.
You know what I'm saying? And it definitely boosted my confidence.
So you're starting to get some play now.
Yeah, but still, you know, kids started making fun of me, calling me crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Because I weighed 150 pounds, and then it wasn't until the end of because what happened was my sophomore year, I started skipping. I had this one class, U.S. History by Colonel Johnson, and I hated his class.
The Colonel?
Dude, his class was so fucking boring. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it how it is. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna get taken down.
It's on your channel.
I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna be taken down on my channel. But his class was so fucking boring. Like literally, bro. All we would do in this class
was that it?
Bro,
No, just go ahead.
All we would do in this class was literally take notes.
Okay.
And it was a lecture. You couldn't go to the restroom. You couldn't drink anything but water. You couldn't eat in this class. It was just miserable. It was
militant.
Just like no talking, just
right.
And it's crazy because looking back at it, he gave you somewhat of a taste of college, but the only thing is in college, they don't care if you eat. Most teachers don't give a fuck about that if you eat in class. They don't care. They don't care if you go to the restroom. But how it was from college standpoint was it was a lecture, test.
Yeah.
So that's where it was in that aspect. So I'm thankful that he gave us a little taste of that, but I would never go to his class. And I had to pretty much had to go to this one place where I had to check in. So I was only able to go to maybe 3 classes, and then I'd have to check in to all my other classes. Like I was only able to go to 3 classes, and the 3 classes was reading, art, math. Actually, 4. Yeah, 4 classes, right? And then actually 5. And then what ended up happening was, I ended up asking to go to the restroom, right? And then I ended up running into this girl, Nicole, that me and her are really good friends at the time. And pretty much like, you know how O'Connor, it's outdoor campus? So pretty much what happened was some snitch in the class, because my science class was way over here, and there's like if you look through the window in the classroom, you can see like the whole outdoors and the other building like right next to it. You know what I'm saying? And the portables. Some snitched on me, say, "Hey, I see Seth." They reported that, right? And then I had to end up going. All my privileges were taken away from going to all my other classes. So I had to be in there full time. And not to mention, I had to go to attendance recovery. Before school, during my lunch, and after school. I had 2 months to make up 60 absences.
Oh my God.
Or I would have got held back.
So what do you do? Like just
Bro, I had to do it.
what are you doing? Just sitting in the classroom?
Yes.
Just waiting, doing nothing for 30 minutes? And
Yes,
then
getting my lunch. No, going there in the morning. After breakfast, or literally getting my breakfast, eating in there.
What are you doing in there?
Work, whatever you need to do, work.
The schoolwork,
Make
it's
it
like
work?
a homeroom.
Yes. So I'd have to go there during breakfast instead of chilling with all my friends. I had to go there during my lunch and after school.
Oh, okay.
Sucked, but I had to do it. And
Well, why did you miss so much?
because I hated his class, dude. I hated, like, that was literally the only class. Like, I wouldn't go to his class for months.
God dang.
Dude, his class was so boring. It sucked so bad. It was just awful.
You could have
bro.
messed with the teacher. That's what made it fun.
No, it was just like, it was just terrible.
Not that way.
Like,
Not that way.
Okay.
Just.
I didn't like it.
Nah, school system.
Hey, but I want to let you know, we're at 49 minutes.
We're gonna keep
Of the
going.
Seth
I'm
intro.
gonna keep going. This isn't the intro. This is just the first episode.
This is episode 0
okay,
into
episode
the Seth
0.
experience.
Yes, episode 0.
We love egg
And
rolls.
then maybe next time, y'all won't interrupt me so much.
What?
I'm just kidding. I love you.
It's the best part.
But next time, I'm gonna interview y'all on my channel. Okay.
Yeah, you can interview us. You can ask us questions.
Okay, cool. So, anyways,
This is just an introduction to Seth. You get to know about his life.
we still
Just come up
got
a little bit.
We still got a lot more, guys.
We're gonna break it up into 2 parts.
We got a lot more. So, anyways, so I have to end up going there the rest of my sophomore year. End up finishing it. Now I'm working at the time.
Okay.
Like I'm working. I got my first job working at the movies Palladium. And then I ended up getting my second job after I quit that job was Six Flags. And I ended up
So now you living in San Antonio.
No. I'm still living out in Helotes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna end up moving into the city because I tried to transfer to Brandeis, but due to my behavior of like truancy, I wasn't able to get accepted.
I believe it.
So my mom was all like, okay, like, and like, I could have choose. Like it was either between Brandeis and Clark. Looking back at it, I should have went to Clark, but I ended up going to Brandeis because all my friends were there.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, I end up getting fired from Fiesta, Texas because I get into it with the manager, like of the whole water park.
Yeah.
And I got into it with him because we have this thing called grouping. So if they ever catch you talking and not doing anything, that's pretty much a write-up. It's a write-up, but that's just a very terrible way to look at things because it's like, what about if you're explaining like, you know, what's been going on? Because they had 2 shifts. They had the morning shift and then the closing shift.
You sometimes got to communicate what's going on.
So I was communicating with my boy Cameron at the time, and Chris was good friends with our manager Val. Now it was kind of a conflict because Val was our manager and we all liked Val, but none of us liked Chris. So Val had to, you know, do what he had to do because Chris was his boss. And Val was our boss. So anyways, Chris comes up and he's like, yeah, you see right here, you guys are grouping this. And then I ended up seeing them last week. And I looked at Chris, I'm like, what do you, I was like, oh, you've been stalking us or something? This fool clenches his fist and then acts like he's gonna come at me. He's like, oh my God, you better watch out. And I'm like, bro, what are you gonna do? You gonna do what? Bro, I'm 16 years old. You're a grown ass man. Really, bro? Really?
You're gonna come after a kid?
I told him, I was like, really, you gonna come after a kid? And then Val was like, come on, Seth, just go over there. And then I just started laughing. So I ended up going on my break. And there was this girl that I liked. And me and her would text. She went to Connor Word, the private school.
Oh, yeah.
So me and her would text. And she was super, super cute. And yeah, man. I pretty much told her what happened. She was all like, oh, don't get in trouble, you know, this and that. Yeah, we would always eat together when we go on break. Anyways, we were chopping it up. And I'd walk her back to her job, gave her a hug.
Yeah.
You know, and anyways, my shift's almost over, right? And I see Val coming up in one of those those little
golf carts.
Golf carts. And he's like, Seth, like, gotta come with me. I'm like, fuck. And I only had like an hour left of my shift. And
that's when they fire you.
Yeah, because this happened on a Sunday. So I was just hoping everything was gonna no. So pretty much like Six Flags has this like this back room, like they have this entrance where all the employees enter. Right? Yeah. So pretty much it's like a principal's office where you gotta sit in the front, and then they have the offices that you go in.
Yeah.
So I had to literally wait there, bro, like 2 hours past my shift time. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? And my mom's like waiting for me. I'm like, sorry, like. And they finally call me in and tell me like, hey, like, you know, as of right now, you're suspended until further notice, until we investigate all this. And then Val drives me back down to get my stuff. And he's like, hey, like, if anything happens, like if like you said, Val says, hey, write a report, you know, because I got you, like, you know, like, you need to do it. And I was going into my junior year.
Yeah.
So I was going into basketball. I was about to go to Colorado for Boy Scouts, like, Like I didn't really give a, I didn't
big
really,
top Boy Scouts.
I didn't really give a fuck
Eagle.
because I was gonna be
Eagle
so
Scout.
busy with sports, I wouldn't really have time to work.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't really have that time, so I didn't really care. So right when I get back from Boy Scout camp, they send me a letter like saying I'm fired. I'm just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And I couldn't go to the park for like, I was banned for a good
They
hot
ban.
minute.
So when they fire you, they ban you too.
Yeah, I was banned, bro, for a hot minute, dog.
They can't enforce
I
that.
swear, I was banned for at least 4 or 5 years.
Well,
Swear, I was banned.
For someone else bowing up to you and you didn't even do anything. You got banned for
Bro,
4 years?
So check this out.
That's
So
definitely
check this out. No, I didn't. I swear. Bro, my first time going back to Fiesta, Texas was 2019. And then I got fired in 2008.
Oh, wow.
And I was shocked that because when I went back there, I was like, fuck, like, because it's, I think they said I couldn't ever go back. Yeah, I think they said I couldn't ever go back.
Wow.
So I was just like, fuck, because like my mom ended up getting
Like season pass?
no, this was back with her job. They had this company like ticket thing, like to where you could bring your family and you know what I mean. And they did this cool, like, you know, like underneath the Goliath, they have like that little picnic area.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, I took my daughter there for the first time. It was a great time we had. And I was just like, fuck, dude, like, I don't know if they're going to let me in because I was just like, I was nervous. Like, because you know what I mean? They're not going to let me in. But anyways, they let me in. But anyways, long story short, my junior year was a lot better than any other year because I was at a new school. The teachers were cool. And dated one chick. She did me dirty. And my senior year.
Well, no. You're not gonna skip over how she did you dirty. We need to know.
She just broke up with me. And then I
Why?
had this teacher. She just wasn't feeling it. And that's fine. You know, she broke up.
You do it over the phone or in person?
She did over the phone text.
Cold-blooded.
She's actually, I actually ran into her a couple years ago at the grocery store. We said hi. She's married to this dude named Dylan, but I mean, I have no ill will towards her.
Yeah. It's high school
I thought she was
stuff.
gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nah.
Anyways, going
He's
into
not even here.
my senior year, it's really hectic. Like my boy, R.I.P. Jacoby Pillow, man. Like it was tough, like him passing, man. But, going into senior year, man, we did some crazy things. Like I remember we'd have to like sneak my car out, right?
Yeah.
So we'd have to like push it out of the driveway and then like down the street start it up. I had a Jeep, you had to start it. And we would go and get like beer and stuff. And I remember it was one night, it was a couple buddies, Chris, my boy Chris, Jacoby, Quentin and his brother. We went and got beer at this gas station because they never carded my boy Kobe. And we're chilling at my mom's house. We got like 2 24 packs. There's only like 5 of us.
Going strong.
Yeah, going hard as fuck. And I remember me and Quentin's brother get into it because Gabe was just trying to just being crazy. And then Jacob was like, dude, like you can't like talk shit to him in his own house, bro. Like you're not about to punk him.
Yeah.
And anyways, I was talking to this girl at the time. And I was like, hey man, I'm about to go to sleep, man. Shorty wants to talk on the phone. So anyways, I'll tell them like, yo, like make sure you get rid of all this stuff before my mom wakes up. Cause you know what I'm saying? My mom would wake up
get
early
you
in
in
the
trouble.
morning. And what ended up happening was I hear a loud bang in my door. What you doing? You got all this beer and stuff in your house, yada yada yada. And I was like, oh, you talking about like, yeah, like I'm sleeping. You can't talk because you're hungover. I was like, Mom, get out. So I just closed the door, and I go downstairs, and all my friends are gone except for Kobe. And Kobe was the one that took the blame. He had the accountability, and that's the thing about my boy Jacoby. you know, he was someone that had your back. Like if he rid for you, he would ride for you, like beyond the wheels falling off. Like, he was a real good dude, man. And I'll get more into him later. But anyways, yeah, he had my back. And then me and Quentin didn't talk for a good minute, man.
Because he ran out.
Yeah, but Quentin, when I reached out to him, got mad at me because he thought I snitched. And then my mom called him. My mom set him up. My mom told him what's up. Like, nah, like this was your decision. This, like, you know what I mean? Long story short, everything was cool. Me and Quentin didn't talk for a minute, but then we ended up rekindling our friendship, you know, towards the end of our senior year. But another crazy incident that happened was, and this was my first escape from death, was this was one night. There was I don't know. It was during the weekday of the summer. Almost school's about to start. A week before school started, and I had it was me, Jesse, and Ivan, and we get a call one night. And this dude's talking mess, and we're just like, what? And we just, I don't know what it was, but we just had this instinct to where we need to go ride around the neighborhood. And they call us again, and we're just driving around, and we hear girls in the background, right? So tell me why, when we're driving, we end up seeing this dude's truck, who I don't mess with anymore. Me and him kind of had a rocky relationship. But we see his truck, and he had like a Texas license plate.
Yeah.
So we end up like driving, honking the horn. He pulls over, and sure enough, there's girls in the car.
Okay.
And it's that motherfucker.
So was prank calling?
We started talking mess, and then what ended up happening was he like, oh no, we're not doing it. I'm like, nah, y'all are doing it. So what ended up happening was we called Kobe and 3 car full of people, you know, come to our defense, like all the Clark dudes, because like I would chill with a lot of the Clark kids from Clark. Yeah. And those dudes went to O'Connor, and one of them was my boy Matt. Me and Matt were good friends. So what ended up happening was, it was like a thing from like the Warriors. Remember? No, not the Warriors.
Come out and play.
No. It was like a scene from the Outsiders, like how they fight.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, they end up calling us back, and Kobe picks up the phone, and he's like, "Yo, where you at? Woo woo this, woo woo that." And I bet. So we all get in the car, and we're driving, and then we come to this 4-way stop. Literally, it's just like 1 in the morning, bro. We all get out the car. There's no cars in this neighborhood. I'm shocked there's no cars that pull up. And my boy Kobe comes out with his airsoft gun. And this other dude was like, yo, what's up?
Kobe's gonna shoot.
Kobe dropped the airsoft gun and just go, wham! And you ever heard of one of those like
Falcon punches?
No, like one of those like Grand Slam punches where it hits the bat, just goes boom. And that's, dude, it literally,
solid connection.
Bro, it literally just sounded like the loudest Grand Slam ever, bro. Like those things that come off the bat, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're waiting and you just like,
bow.
Like hit the bottom of the bat and it comes down the barrel. Bro, that's what it sounded, just like, and the dude just flies back, and then we all just like start rumbling. And then the dude that called me was like, you see, this is all because of you. You started this. I hit him, connect, grab his head, and I knee him in the face. Then we all get in the car.
Emotional damage.
We all get in the car. we skirt off.
Skirt.
We're going to my homegirl's house, right?
Yeah.
We're having a little party. And we stop at the gas station. And there's these girls that work at Sugar's. And my boy Kobe, like, you know, he's young. Try to talk to him, and the girl's like, how are you? And then this and that. She's like, oh, you too young for me, boo. And Kobe's like, how much for a blowjob? And he's like, how much? She's like, what? How much for a fucking blowjob, you hooker? And yeah, dog. I'm sorry. Anyways,
did she tell y'all?
Nah, she just says like, fuck you and this and that, and we just drive off.
Oh my god.
And anyways, we're in the neighborhood, and then my boy Kendrick's all like, hey man, let's drift the corner. So we we go and we drift the first corner.
Uh-huh.
Fine. Hell yeah. It's like, hey, just drift another one. Just drift another one. All right, cool. Drift another one. And I'm in the passenger seat. Kobe driving my car.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, all right, guys, all right. He's like, come on, let's get the last one, And this is the last stop sign before we turn to get to Amanda's house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we drift, but then Kobe waits too long to put it in drive. So we pop the sidewalk, and then there's this truck with the steel like end, like
Real
an
guard?
old truck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Real guard. We crashed into it, and I'm in the passenger seat, bro. Maybe like 2 inches, I would have gotten sliced. Like I would have got cut open.
Oh my God.
Like I would have died that night, straight up. And God was literally watching over me that night, because that night after we got into that fight, bro, we thought we were walking on the moon.
Yeah.
Like we literally, like, that was because we gave him the business in that brawl. So we were, you know what I'm saying? We were feeling ourselves. We got drinks. We were finna have a good time. And
Just had to pop your collar too much.
yeah, so that's pretty much what ended up happening. Like, it was my first escape from death. And
In the 10th grade or 12th grade.
This was going into my senior year, and end up getting out the car. We get to Amanda's house, and everyone outside, cause it was also like, damn. And I get out the car, and I'm like, fuck. And
This is your car, right?
yeah,
Uh-huh. Was it totaled?
it was bad.
Okay, keep going.
And what was crazy was, if I had ended up getting into any more accidents, because I had a curfew. I mean, any other accidents, my license would have got suspended.
Uh-huh.
But luckily,
Kobe did it.
My license didn't get suspended,
Uh-huh.
so I was good. Like, luckily I didn't get like, yeah, because I'm just like, fuck, my license is gonna get suspended. So luckily, since we didn't report it, till the next
just
day.
took off?
Yeah, we told the guy, but luckily we didn't like
Put it to the insurance.
Yeah, like we didn't, because the guy didn't call the cops. Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
Because we had alcohol in the car, and I would have got my license. The guy was a cool guy, because nothing really happened to his truck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if I would have reported it that day, my license would have gotten taken away.
You've
Facts.
been done.
Yeah, because I already had got a speeding ticket, like 2, and I remember when you first get your license, you can only have a certain amount.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
luckily I waited a day, and then that was the deadline. So I was like, oh, okay, good. So anyways, long story short, senior year, pretty much goes by, except towards the last of my senior year,
Uh-huh.
my good friend Matt McKenzie passes away in a car accident, and I ended up seeing him 2 days before he passed away.
That's sad.
He hit me up. I'm just like, who's this? Matt, you ain't got my number saved? I'm like, nah, bro. Because once we all got into that altercation, me and Matt didn't really hang out except one time.
Uh-huh.
Because he was good friends with the dude I got in the fight with.
Yeah.
So it was kind of conflict, because
You've been beefing with everyone since dang elementary school, man.
Nah, so anyways, long story short, we end up linking up, playing ball,
Uh-huh.
and he tells me, the last thing that he told me was, hey man, it's good seeing you, save my number.
Makes
So
sense.
I end up getting woken up by my mom that Monday morning.
Uh-huh.
And he was, my mom was all like, hey, Seth, wake up, Matt passed away. I'm like, you're lying. No, he didn't. Oh, for real. Go down, check the news, and yeah, passed away.
Yeah, he was on
man,
it.
he's on the news.
So yeah, because it was a big story.
Yeah.
Like, both high schools knew Matt. A lot of high schools knew, because Matt literally got a scholarship to go play college football. So he was really good.
Something.
Dude, this guy weighed 202 pounds as a sophomore in high school.
That's ridiculous.
As a senior, he was 220, just solid ripped, like DeMarcus Ware.
Uh-huh.
Just solid ripped. And anyways, So yeah, that hit me very hard. Finished my senior year, and it wasn't until going into my freshman year of college. And most people know, but I don't tell a lot of people this because it's personal. So I was adopted, and my birth mom reached out to me via Facebook. And so I'm just like, okay, like I don't know, like I didn't really believe it. And actually no, my brother reached out to me. And I didn't really believe it, so I blocked that person. And my brother said, hey, if you give a damn about your family, this and that. So I looked up my mom, and I saw her, and I messaged her, gave me her number, called her, we talked, and I was like, oh shit. And ended up unblocking my brother. So me and my brother ended up chopping it up. My mom found out about it, mom who raised me, my real mom. She got sad because she instantly thought that I was going to leave her, and I wasn't.
Makes sense.
So, long story short, everything was all good at first, and then me and my mom, birth mom, ended up having problems, and we do not talk at the moment. I don't know if we're ever going to speak again, but just we do not get along. Me and my older brother did not talk for years. And it wasn't until 2019 that me and him rekindled things. So we're good, and me and my sisters are good. Me and my dad, real dad, didn't talk. We talked back in 2011. Then we had a falling out, and then it's not until 2021 we started getting reconnected. So my dad came down here last August, met him for the first time. I talked to him frequently. And my brother, so we're good. We all have a relationship. But to the situation with my daughter's mother, and we're gonna get deep. I did not know her very well, and I ended up making a grown-up decision with someone I didn't really know. And
you had this one in.
I had her when I had my
after you graduated high school.
Yeah, so I had my daughter at 25.
Okay.
So I met her when I was 24.
Okay.
And I was not doing anything with my life, smoking weed, which is nothing wrong with it, but I was just not being productive, living at home with my mom, no job. And ended up meeting her through Uber. And
Uber Eats?
No, Uber.
Well, you picked her up or she picked you up?
I picked her up. And got her number, one thing led to another. And then I was just like, dude, I'm not feeling this. And I cut her off. And it wasn't until 6 months later I get a message from one of her friends saying, hey, such and such. And I remember her name because it's not a common name.
Yeah.
Hey, such and such, need to tell you something. You don't want me to be the one to tell you. So two things are going in my head. Like, okay, either this girl gave me something or
6 months later,
or she's pregnant. So I go with the best choice.
She gave you
I send a message. I go for a walk around the neighborhood. My heart is beating. My mind is thinking 1,000 things. I'm just like, holy shit. Check my message. Yes, she's pregnant. She's 6 months. Here's her number. I call her. She's like, hey, how you been? Good. What's up? You didn't talk to me? Yeah. Pregnant. I haven't been with anybody but you. And from then on, I was like, okay, I need to man up. Shit's real now. Like, I need to put the weed down. I need to get a big boy job. I need to man up. I wake my mom up, tell her what happens. I tell my mom everything's gonna be okay. Okay. And then when I'm going in when I'm walking in my neighborhood, because my old neighborhood, I used to always go for walks. So I walked and I caught this guy named Rick that worked for his pest control company called Terminex. I was like, hey man, you're hiring? He's like, yeah bro, we're hiring. So I go ahead, get the information, apply for a job, and I end up getting a call back. I'm at the dentist. Hey, this is such and such from Terminex. Can you come in for an interview? Yeah, I'm at the dentist. when you need me, can you come in this time? I was like, yeah, absolutely. Get done with the dentist, go put some stuff on, go over, get the job. But they tell me I gotta shave my beard and all this shit. I was like, fuck, all right, whatever. I had no choice, so I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
Get the job, but I wasn't clean at the time. So, a buddy of mine told me, go get Quick Fix. Use a synthetic urine. And this was when me and my baby moms were cool. So it's civil. So she also gave me some tips. So during the process of this, I was, checking on my baby moms, asking her like, what do you need?
All that stuff.
Asking her, what are your goals in regards to the child? Like, how much money you gonna save up? Stroller, are we gonna, like, what kind of stroller are we getting? Are you going to,
breastfeed, all that stuff.
Like, I mean, she said, yeah, like breastfeed, of course breastfeed, but like, how long are you gonna breastfeed? And then once, our child's able to like drink out of a bottle, are you gonna do daycare? Like, you know what I mean?
Interesting fact about Jesse J. Word on the street is that he was breastfeeding all the way until like fourth grade.
Anyways, I don't know. I'm just getting this weird vibe between her because my daughter's mother's always been very awkward. Very awkward. I'll tell that to her face.
Did you maybe deny it? Did you ever deny it at first when she told you, or did you just accept
I
it?
ended up getting
the DNA test.
Oh, okay.
So what ended
From
up
the hospital?
Yeah, no, we went to Walgreens, but then bottom line, when stuff got spicy and she wasn't fulfilling her word when it came to certain things, that's when I had to do what I had to do, and I had to take action. Meaning I had to put myself on child support. I had to serve her with court papers.
Yeah.
I had to do what I had to do, how to get a good lawyer, because I'm not going to allow this situation to not have me in my child's life. No matter how much of a pain and uphill battle, and still to this day, we do not have a good relationship. But that still doesn't keep me from being in my kid's life.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, long story short, I end up taking her to court first time, end up winning.
Half custody, whatever it's called.
Yeah, joint custody. But I had to end up going to this thing called Texas Kid in Touch. And pretty much you'd have to have supervised visits.
Yeah.
Because we had a mediator before we went to court. And dude, it had to be done. I had to go there for like maybe 3 weeks. Like 3 weekends.
Both days or just one day?
Both.
Okay.
And yeah, dude. At first, my daughter, when she was really young, she'd cry, but she got used to me. And
after a while,
it gave me the one-on-one time with her. And there's a lady watching you, and it was embarrassing because it's like, bro, like I'm having to have a lady watch me while I'm with my own kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm having that.
You think like that's something they do to a criminal?
Yeah. So anyways, I'll never forget the last time I was there, because my court hearing was on the Thursday. It was the Thursday of the 2018 draft. And I woke up that morning, bro. I knew it was going to be a good day. I just knew it was going to be a good day, because that night it was, I think it was the Cavs and the Jazz playing. And that was a game that LeBron just went off. And I hit big on Price Picks. I think I hit like 50 bucks.
Back then already?
Yeah, dude. I hit big that night. I hit big that night. And I remember like that day I woke up, it was going to be a good day. Like justice was going to be served. And my Giants were going to take Saquon Barkley. So what ended up happening was I ended up getting up, having a good breakfast. I mean, I ate so much, I stuffed my face, because during court, you're going to be there all day, so you have to eat. Like you get hungry, you can't just get up like, hey, I'm hungry. Like, no, you have to prepare yourself. So you recommend you eat a big breakfast. And if you're hungry during court, you can't focus. So anyways, I end up getting a good breakfast, meeting my lawyer, and it's like, this is go time.
You had to pay a lawyer?
Of course.
How much was it?
Enough.
A lot.
Anyways, the court hearing was like 5 hours, dude. It was a long time. 4-hour hearing. It was long. Dude.
Did she have a paid lawyer?
No. She had legal fees. Pretty much like because her sister works for a firm. They still caught an L. Anyways.
They still took a L, even though your family.
Even though you got represented for free, but our daughter is the one who got the dub for both of us.
Yeah.
And like I say, my baby mom's is a good mother for our child, even though I don't agree with a lot of things that she does, and even though she doesn't want me to necessarily. I'm not gonna get too personal into it.
Yeah. You don't have to.
That's all I'm gonna say. She does what she needs to do, and I do what I need to do. Man, that's all I'm gonna say. I gotta
know. People in the comments, tell us. Did you think that Seth was gonna come and open the book like this? That Seth was gonna bring the stories? He's gonna open himself up. This is Seth Talks episode 0.
Anyways, I'm still going. So, anyways, from that aspect. And throughout the years after that, that's when I really started dating.
Put it in the comments below.
My first serious relationship was when I was 25. Dated a girl, had like 3 kids.
Okay.
And
how that turned out?
I did her dirty, man. I did her really, really, really dirty.
What'd you do?
I broke up with her over a text message.
Makes sense.
Right before Christmas.
No gifts. Santa ain't coming tonight.
Took her to work, and I did her dirty, and I also cheated on her, and I'm not happy about that because it's karma, because it ended up biting me in the ass. It ended up coming back to me, with a couple of other relationships.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Because it's karma. Because the way that I made that girl feel, how she wanted closure, and I didn't want to give it to her, and she ended up leaving one of her things, like her Michael Kors beanie and scarf.
Yeah.
And we just put it outside her, because she didn't it took her months to come and get it. And it was probably because she was hurting really bad, because she was begging me not to break up with her, and I was too afraid to tell her to her face I just didn't want to be with her anymore.
Makes sense.
And that night, when I broke up with her, I didn't feel anything. I didn't care because I didn't love her, and I was done with her. And I ended up hooking up with 2 chicks that night.
My man.
But looking back at it,
double plunge.
I would have done it a lot better, because one of the chicks I hung out with was crazy, bro.
I believe it.
Crazy freak?
No, not crazy freak, but just like
freak nasty naughty?
No, almost got me in trouble. You want to get into the story? Do you want to hear that story or no?
I think that story needs to be saved.
They'll be saved, don't say it?
No. I think we're at a good point now. We really appreciate if y'all have been tuning in to the initial episode of Seth Talks. We're at an hour 23, Seth.
Let me go one more.
I don't know.
Let me go one more.
We're not gonna Marvel movie this, bro. We're not gonna Marvel. This is not Iron Man 5.
Let me go one more. I gotta go one more.
You got it. This is your wrap up story.
So it wasn't until my last relationship that most of y'all know I was in was the relationship that forever made me a better person.
Hate women.
It didn't make me hate women, but it made me very cautious, and it motivated me. Because, my last relationship, and I don't have any ill will towards my ex. Because I did a lot for her. I was there for her. When she wasn't working, I was there for her.
Yeah.
I did a lot for her. And what hurts the most was the fact that we both didn't want the same things. Like, I wanted marriage, I wanted kids, and she couldn't really give me that exact answer.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, we didn't went to war together. Like, we didn't spend so much time together. And it's like,
you to turn on me now.
No. But it's like, you can't give me that answer.
Yeah.
Like, you can't at least tell me what you want in the future, from a serious standpoint. Because a problem with a lot of relationships is a lot of people, they're just going with it. And when you just go with it and you have no sense of direction, you're going to go off course.
Pretty much.
That's why you have to be in a relationship. It's like, okay, I want kids, I want marriage, this is what I'm doing in my career. This is what I want in the future. What do you want? Well, this is what I want. I want kids. I want marriage. And this is what I want in my career. And this is where I want to live. And when you both sit down and talk about those things, you're more able to have a healthier, steady relationship, supposed of
Facts.
just dating blindly. And that's the problem in my last relationship. I felt like we dated blindly. Like I was comfortable. I came around her friends, her family, but the problem about it was we
had no direction.
We had no direction, and there wasn't any accountability on her end.
True.
Like, it was always me having to say sorry. It was always on me. And what hurt the most was the fact that the last time we talked, she said a lot of things that was beyond disrespectful, a lot of things that was personal.
Let's cut to deep.
You can't
have that.
Can't have that.
Yeah, and the fact about it was like, cause y'all knew what I did for that girl. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely gave her
Gavin,
a lot of ground and pound.
Gavin even knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Like remember saying when you was on the phone, you heard it.
I plead the fifth.
No. But anyways, long story short, it motivated me.
That's good.
And I thank her for giving me that opportunity of being with me.
Now this man is, and
telling
real good. Doty's giving that real good D to all these ladies out in these streets.
And I thank no, but I thank her for that, because her not wanting to get back with me, her telling me all those things about me, motivated me and made me stronger. Because I look back and I reflect, and I allowed a lot of things that I shouldn't have, but I take accountability for that. And there's times when I was verbally abusive to her, and I admit I was wrong. But it takes two to tangle. It takes both people to have accountability in relationships.
Facts.
And if y'all both don't have accountability or a sense of direction, and y'all both don't respect each other, you're not gonna have a good relationship. I wanted to go to therapy. She didn't want to go to therapy, and that's fine. But it's like,
it's not for you.
There was no accountability on her end. There was no solution to the problem. She just wanted to blame me, and that's the problem with a lot of women these days in relationships. Women, you have to hold yourself accountable. Now, I'm speaking from a man standpoint. Now, yes, there are men out there that don't have accountability.
Facts.
But I'm just speaking from a man standpoint. You ladies out there, when you have a man that has his own career, that's a single father, that's got multiple incomes, and that wants to grow in life, step your game up. Don't take that for granted.
Don't be a hater.
Grow with him. Because if you're not working a job, develop a skill, work a side hustle. Because you just being sexy, just chilling at home, that's not gonna do it.
It's not gonna get the egg.
But anyways, guys, this was a pleasure. I appreciate y'all listening to my story. There's so much more that I could share.
You know what
y'all.
I can't wait for? We're gonna put this out on Seth's channel, but check out our podcast, Tales from the Crib. Chico Grande, aka Chico 2 times. We got, who's this guy over here?
Yeah, Philip Supreme 305.
He's also on the channel.
And your boy, Real Good _Doty. And like I said, guys.
And guess what, Seth? I got a surprise for you.
What?
Some of this episode is gonna get clipped. And it's going to be put on TFTC clips. How do you feel about that? Making the clip channel.
No, I appreciate that. Like I said, this is the first of many podcasts.
Especially when you got punched in the face and you dropped the lunch.
Yeah, and the egg roll part. We're definitely putting that in.
Yeah, but like I said, guys, I'm going to start doing interviews.
Maybe one day you'll hear about me talk about my life.
The next interview.
Jesse J talk about his life.
So the next interview we have is I'm not gonna tell y'all, but
could be Tales from the Crib.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just upload it. But anyways, guys, this is a Sunday conversation, Sunday episode with your host, Real Good _Doty. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram as well. We got my boy Kodak Coughlin and Shooter McGavin, baby.
Shooter.
It's been real, guys. We're out.
We out here.
We'll see you later with your little popsicle heads.